को एग्जिस्टेंस के लिए ये लर्निंग्स हमारे लिए भी बहुत जरूरी था। आई मीन जब हम बात करते थे कॉन्फ्लिक्ट लेके, रेजोल्यूशन, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट रिजॉल्व कैसे कर सकते हैं, आई थिंक वन थिंग हम लोग बार बार बोलने की कोशिश कर रहे थे कि आज अगर हमको शेल्टर स्पेस में रहना पड़ा तो हम कैसे रहते। अगर क्योंकि honestly no, I have said it 4 years back, I will say it even now. The reason why I'm associated with crisis intervention, the reason why temporary residency is so important to us is because we know that any given point of time, any given day, we could be at the other side of the table, and we will need that space, we will need a shelter safe space जहाँ पे हमको रहना पड़ेगा, एंड दैट इज अ रियलिटी फॉर अ लॉट ऑफ अस। तो हम कैसे रहेंगे वहां पे अगर हमको रहना पड़ा। हम अपने जगह पे घर से बैठ के अपने यू नो इन एन एसी रूम वी कांट कम सिट एंड डिसाइड ओके नो हु आर स्टेइंग इन द शेल्टर स्पेस, उनके बीच में बहुत झगड़ा हो रहा है। क्यों हो रहा है? क्योंकि गर्मी बहुत लग रहा है यार, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स हो रहे हैं, नौकरियां नहीं है, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स हो रहे हैं, गर्मी लग रहा है, झगड़ा तो होगा ही। And from there we have there has been issues where you know someone would cook a particular dish, उसके स्मेल से किसी और को दिक्कत हो रहा है। So then we had to come up with someone who we'd pay for, someone, a cook who'd come in and cook the food that everyone will eat. And you know, all of these decisions did not happen overnight. All of these decisions happened in steps where all of it has been a lived experience. अगर कोमोड का इशू हो रहा है तो बात करते हैं कि क्या इशू हो रहे हैं। अगर देन वील हैव यू नो काउंसलिंग सेशंस, आल्सो ग्रुप काउंसलिंग सेशंस, जहाँ पे बात कर सकते हैं। देयर हैज बीन इश्यूज वेयर द करंटली अभी जहाँ पे हमारा शेल्टर स्पेस है, वहाँ पे वन ऑफ द शेल्टर रेजिडेंट वाज अ फिशरमैन. He would sell fishes in the market, and because he would come and wash his fish bags building ke niche, the neighbors and the other flat folks would come in and say you can't wash your fish here, this is a respectable reputed area. तो वहां पे आई मीन एक तो डिस्ट्रेस से लोग आ रहे हैं, ऊपर से शेल्टर स्पेस में जब आ रहे हो आप, आपके आजू बाजू में जो है, it has been extremely difficult for us to even get a shelter space where we can get at least 2 rooms, which is currently now the factor. क्योंकि वहां पे लैंडलॉर्ड्स कॉन्स्टेंटली बोल रहे ओके नो, दिस इज फॉर अ न्यूक्लियर फैमिली, सो वन मदर, वन फादर एंड 2 children can stay, and maybe one pet can stay. No, not one number less, not one number more. That is the structure of a family that the landlords have, and based on that they are deciding whether or not to give space to us. And we had to have rigorous fights for this. When our shelter space was a rented space, we would often get into tremendous arguments with our landlords, because some people would come outside of the shelter space and smoke cigarettes. The landlord would call us and say that who are these people who are smoking cigarettes? I mean, anybody can smoke cigarettes if they want to. We have a provision not to smoke it inside the space. You can smoke outside. There's no issue in that. But because they look a certain kind, because their skin is dark, because they don't speak proper English, because they're not wearing ironed clothes or Gucci Gabbana, the Bana clothes, is the reason why you can just immediately come and say that no, you can't do this. And immediately, this is what the state does as well, कि आपसे जो नीचे हैं पावर में, आप उनको हर किसी तरीके से कंस्ट्रिक्ट करोगे। whatever you do, you will constrict these people, you will stop their mobility, and you will curb their freedom of expression in as many ways as possible. And ये जब देख के लोग शेल्टर स्पेस पे आ रहे हैं, देयर हैज बीन अ सेंस ऑफ सॉलिडारिटी दैट बिल्ड इन व्हाट यू आर आस्किंग, नो, कि को एग्जिस्टेंस कैसे हुआ। को एग्जिस्टेंस ऐसे ही हुआ क्योंकि ये भी, इनको भी घर से निकाल दिया है, इनको भी घर से निकाल दिया, अपने को भी घर से निकाल दिया, अभी करे क्या? That sense of solidarity is something that has brought in people together, and we have had many folks from the shelter space who have, after 3 months of period when they have to finally move out, so if one couple has come in together and they met another couple or another 2 3 people in the shelter space, all of them would find another rented space outside, maybe somewhere near the shelter space only. They would find a place outside and they would start living together. So that collective sense of living, support, ration ko ek sath, ration karna, all of these learnings, all of these things have also happened. But yes, there has also been many conflicts, uh, which I will say has been the reason why the nuance understanding is still there. अगर ये conflicts नहीं होते, अगर ये conflicts को हम conflict के lens से नहीं देखते, या फिर इस lens से देखते कि okay, we are saviors, organizers are, organization या NGOs are saviors, we have a shelter space, ये फिर भी इतना कंप्लेन क्यों कर रहे हैं, अगर उस लेंस से देखते तो ये कॉन्फ्लिक्ट रेजोल्यूशन का पार्ट would not do justice to the learnings that we have today. The reason why people are coming in from coming in from distresses and are coming in a shelter space and are uh, um, looking at the protocols and are like, okay, no, we'll go ahead with it, is because there are, once they come into the shelter space, they also get to meet people who have previously lived in the shelter space, and have previously experienced what they're currently experiencing. So peer sharing, peer counseling process is also something that really helps people to find their way out of the distress that they're coming with. Um, yeah, I mean, and to be really honest, crisis organizing is never stagnant. It is improvisation made rigorous. It begins with somebody who's on the line, somebody. It begins with rapid, quick decisions. Whenever we are in crisis interventions or we are having conversations around temporary residency, there is, we know that it is important, and we know that there has to be assessment of immediate risks, there has to be a mobilization of space, there has to be emergency support for, in case the person is coming with legal complications, so what can be done then, there has to be assessment about their medical needs, because बहुत लोग अपने medicines भी नहीं लेके आ सकते हैं. That is there. And there have been individuals, there are individuals who are living with neurodivergence, who have come stayed with us. We have not yet had anyone who has been able to with physical disabilities who have been able to come in, but they've had their disabilities of their own, and they would come up. And I remember there was this instance when we were, reading out the protocols to this individual, and they were like, when I wake up at night, when I go to the bath, when I have to walk to the bathroom, I cannot see properly at night. I have vision issues. I cannot see properly at night. Do you have anything that I can hold on to and see? And I remember when we were reading it out, it just struck my mind that we don't have a railing in the bathroom that someone can hold and sit. So what can be done about that? What can we do about that? So these are also learnings that we have had. अगर मैं उनको ignore कर देता और मैं बोलता नहीं नहीं कोई बात नहीं, आप जो TR मैनेजर है उनको बोल देना, वो आपको लेके जाएंगे. Our intent of letting people be at a shelter space is not to make them codependent. Um, our intent is to build a network of interdependency. Interdependency and empowerment, क्योंकि I have issues with the word empowerment, but anyway, it's very important that you realize that you're not alone. No matter what, you're not alone. बट ये विश्वास करने में और विश्वास कराने में जो जाता है नो, क्योंकि अपने को विश्वास ही नहीं होता है कि ओके देयर आर पीपल हु विल सपोर्ट अस, ओके देयर इज समबडी हु विल लिसन टू मी इफ आई से दैट आई कैन नॉट सी प्रॉपर्ली एट नाइट. okay, there is someone who will listen to me if I say that interview के time पे जब मैं बात करने जाता हूँ तो there I feel like there is a big lump of something that is stuck in my voice and I'm not being able to speak. There is, and not because I am not good enough, but because of my extreme anxiety and that is stemming from my distress, I'm not being able to give my interviews. There is someone who will not kick us out immediately once the 3 month timeline has gone. Okay, now 3 month has happened, now you can go find yourself. No, that is not the case. There has been negotiations that has been done. There has been whatever support, which is why it's very important. And this is something that we started about a year and a half back, that we have a formalized form now. And in that form, we have, we do the assessment there. What are your medical requirements? What are your this requirements? What are your legal requirements? Is there anything specific, special assistance that you'll require? Something that we ask beforehand. So that, because अगर आप नहीं पूछोगे ना तो वो नहीं बोलेंगे कि मेरे को ये जरूरत है, क्योंकि और कितना बोलेंगे लोग. So yeah, these have been some of the learnings and organizing that we've been doing, and it has been constantly dynamic, to the least.